So, welcome everyone. My name is Scott Lyons, and welcome to the Embodied Psychology Summit. We're so excited to have you here, and we're very excited to have Bernadette Pleasant here. I have been a long time admirer, but haven't gotten to dance with you in person yet. So this is as close as we have gotten to get. And one day again, we'll get to hang out in person.
Yes.
So Bernadette Pleasant. Bernadette is a fiery, sensual speaker, somatic healer, sacred grief ritual facilitator, creator of the Emotional Institute and FEM, a mind-body wellness program, with certificates in somatic healing modalities and sensual movement, Reiki, and integrated energy therapy, and studies in African tribal and free dance. Bernadette promotes emotional freedom through movement and empowerment. And that is very true. So we are so happy to have you, Bernadette, and I will turn it on over to you. And thank you, Baba, for joining us too. And you'll just unmute yourself when you're ready to play. Thanks, Bernadette.
Hello, hello, hello. What a pleasure it is to be here. I'm honored. I'm honored. I'm so happy to see so many of you. Baba Don and I are so happy to see so many of you. Baba Don is my co-teacher. He and that drum help bring to life what our bodies are needing. What I noticed many years ago was I personally was feeling emotionally shut down. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I would love for you to just give me the fingers if you can relate. I'm going to either hold on to my voice, close your eyes, just get still right now. I want you to be aware of your front body and invite it to soften. We've been leaning in, angst, feeling a lot lately. But if you can just put your focus on your front body and just allow it to just soften a little. Take a few breaths here. Become aware of your hands. I want you to place your palms together, just pressing into one another. Thread your fingers through, just moving your hands around, feeling each of your fingers from base to tip. Rubbing your palms together, whether you want them gently rubbed or something a little stronger, just feel your hands. And bring your hands to a slow down stillness. And I'm going to just ask you a question. And you know how you do that finger, the finger thing in agreement. I want you to just move your fingers if you have ever felt like you were too much. Just give me fingers. Yeah. We're gonna keep those fingers moving. You can stop if this doesn't apply to you, but if you've ever felt too much. Have you ever toned down who you were because someone else couldn't handle your magnificence? Have you ever stifled when you were angry and wanted to say something, speak out? A little softer, Baba, a little softer. Have you ever held your tongue when you needed to say something? Give me fingers, keep them going. Let's exercise those fingers. Have you ever tried to make yourself small in any way because you didn't feel comfortable in your body? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to tell you a story. Feel free to just hold on to my voice. If you like to close your eyes, find safety behind closed eyes. Many years ago when I was in high school, I was a freshman in high school actually. And I had won being class president. I ran and won being class president. And I was proud and excited. Not only did I win, but the most popular girl in our school in Orange, New Jersey, I beat her. I won. I don't know how. I think many people thought of her as a bully, and because they could ballot select secretly, I didn't think it was possible to win. I don't even know how I had the nerve to run against her, but my friends put me up and I was always there for a dare. So I win. And I'm nervous and I'm scared and I'm getting the scroll that says that I have won. It was thrilling. I felt like bees were stinging my skin. I was so excited and exhilarated. I remember not going back to my seat in the auditorium where this had just been read off in front of the whole school body. I ran straight up the aisle, out the door, and I ran home. I ran home excited. I ran home looking over my shoulder, making sure she was not following me. I ran home so excited to share this message with my mom. I wanted to get home to safety. I wanted to get home to where I could scream and dance and just celebrate this win, this unexpected win. I turned onto Elm Street and ran down the street. I took the stairs by two onto the porch of our house, and I reached for my key and stuck it in the door, and just for a moment, I paused. I wondered if it was going to be okay to step through those doors. Would my mom be able to receive it today? I slowly turned the key and pushed the door open. And there my mom sat across the room, staring out a familiar stance. There she was, looking out the window. And without even turning her head to see me, she asked, "How was my day?" I knew in that moment that my mom could not hear my joy. I knew that she just was not in a mental state to receive and celebrate all of what I was feeling. I did that thing that I call emotional calculation, when you know you're weighing, am I safe here? Can I be received and seen here? This all happened in a matter of seconds. And I simply shrugged. My day was okay. It was fine. I'd run a mile home. I ran happy. And somehow along the way, I forgot the reality of what lived in my house. I believed the dream of what I desired. But I wasn't courageous enough in that moment to say, to bring my joy, to say, I'm excited here. It didn't feel good to me then, years later, I learned that it wasn't just in that way that I shut down my joy. I also shut down in so many ways. I shut down who I am. I began to live in a narrow margin of emotional range that I see so many people comfortable in, or at least that's how they present. I know I contorted myself emotionally to be small, to be less than. It didn't feel good. Nothing about it felt good. So years later, I learned somewhere between sitting on the couch once again in therapy, which I'm so grateful for, and conversations and just noticing what worked for me, that I would start to take up space. I would start to take up space. I would take the risk of showing my joy when I felt joy. I would take the risk of moving like the confident person I am. I would take the risk of saying I'm grieving when I'm sad, angry when I am. I learned that in other ways of life, there was also shut down. I mean, I shut down my turn on with my lover because I didn't want to appear a certain way. The shutdown was endless. There were places I couldn't use my voice, places I tried to be less of the color I am, places that I just tried to fit in some way, and I didn't like it at all. It sucked. So I realized that this was not just my experience. I mean, I could see people shutting down. It's endless. You're so right, Amina. It's endless. The shutdown happens so many ways. But what I'm going to invite you to do is to contort yourself into what shutdown looks like. I mean, it's a physical experience. It feels tight. Squeeze the muscles. Notice how your body feels. Just think about the things that do this, that we accept, that we surrender to, acquiesce to, whatever it is. It feels constricting because it is. Emotions. We all have them. What I also realize we have is emotions about our emotions. So we're ashamed about our joy. There's fear around our anger. So we have emotions around the emotions. What I know is that I'm no longer that child, and I have agency over this being now. And it is my desire to model what emotional freedom looks like, what access to what comes very naturally. Look at shame and ask it a few questions, like, how'd you get here? Who set that precedent of what was right and wrong? And where are they right now? Says who? So what I do is this body of work, we move move emotion. We start to exercise the muscle of emotional freedom. I want you to imagine what we're going to do is go to the emotional gym right now. I call it an emotional tour. And it's put together in a way to take care of you emotionally. The emotional tour. It's called that because we're going to get stuck in no one emotion, just like when you go on a tour. You get to visit many places. You don't stay in any one place. And I'm going to be your tour guide. Baba Don and I are going to be your tour guide, and those drums are going to help us lead. Why the drums? The drums, because they're alive, they're a bit unpredictable, they can handle all of what you got. It's also the very first sound you ever heard, so it relaxes our nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is relaxed. Hearing the drums, it actually beckons more out of you. I invite you to go on this tour with me. And I see some fingers if you're in. I see some, I love it. That tickles. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to invite you to start to move your bodies, but let's think about the move. I want to slowly ease out of your chairs, but I want you to take your time getting there. Allow the drums to ooze you out of your seats or out of your sitting position. I want you to take great care of your body, warming up your joints, muscles. Take your time. Stretch like it's getting ready for a new experience. Yes, we're going to take up space. If you're seated on a chair, start to move it away. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move it away nice and slow. I'm going to invite you to start to move your body in any way that feels good to you. Stretching, elongating the left side, the right side of your body, whatever feels good. I invited you to relax your front body before, but now I want you to engage your back body, moving the back body. Feel free to turn away from the camera, just move your body as long as you can hear our words, as long as you can hear the drum. Pressing the ball of your foot into the floor, and allow that hip along the right hip to move and engage. We're going to start to move right along the right side into the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist. Let it be a whole dance of the right side of your body. Your dance, your movement, pushing and pulling your arm, reaching in every direction. And slowly move snaking it, moving it around, pushing and pulling. Relax your head, allow your neck to move. Relax your lips. Relax your jaw. I invite you to take your tongue and start to move it around your mouth like there's peanut butter between your cheek and gum. Make a lemon face, squeeze your face muscles. We are going to be inviting our entire being in here. I invite you to hum or growl, just warm your voice up. Just before we start to move some emotions, I'm gonna let you just feel those drums and let it move you around. Baba, come on, bring it in there. Make sure you are moving your face, your head, your neck, your ass, your knees, feet, fingers, and toes. What would a dance of emotional freedom look like for you? Beautiful. We're about to start the emotional tour. Keep your bodies moving in some kind of way. Just a sway would be gorgeous. It's good for your heart. I want you to imagine this community here, this beautiful community from all over the world. I saw where you were from. All of us, imagine we are all around a massive bowl, a massive, like a cauldron, a huge pot. And what we're going to do is take your fingers, those fingers, and we're going to hover them above the pot. Imagine we are all standing in a beautiful circle, looking around and seeing one another, and our hands are hovering above that pot. That pot is boiling, not hot, but bursting with joy. Allow your fingers to start to play in joy, feeling what joy feels like. Knowing that joy is different from happy, it's more ecstatic. Give joy a color, whatever color it is for you. For me in this moment, it's a bright screaming yellow. What color is it for you? Say the colors out loud. Type them in the chat, whatever feels good for you. But play, allow yourself to play in that color. Allow the joy to move up to your elbows. How do your elbows move in joy? Allow joy to fill your arms and shoulders. Allow joy to dance in your heart. Give joy belly. How does your belly move in joy? Put it in your hips. Allow joy to fill your hips and thighs, your knees, your feet. Allow joy to move through your spine. Give joy a sound. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Type in there for me. Give me a word or a body movement. How does joy feel in your body? Give me words. Wiggle, yes, yes. I love it. Refreshing, validated, free. I love this. Yummy. Woo! So good. Let's celebrate joy. What joy feels like. Jump back in that pot for Yes. Joy. We will never, repeat. I will never stifle my joy. I will never stifle my joy. Say it. I will get up in the camera. Come here. I will never stifle my joy. That's right. I will never stifle my joy. You're all doing amazing. This is so much fun. We are about, yes, I see you, Angela. I love it. Gorgeous. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze every muscle. Feeling, wrapping your hands, arms around yourself. Seal that feeling in. That freedom, that excitement, that woo-hoo, that feel. Yes. Joy is your birthright. You can have as much of it as you desire. And the next time you feel joyous, I dare you to act like that. The next stop on the emotional tour, just hear the word. Just hear the word. We're going to just breathe it in, knowing that we are safe, knowing that we are emotional beings, and here we do not shame emotions, we have them. That's it. The next stop on the emotional tour, just lay and receive. Maybe put your head up, imagine just a mist falling down. The next stop on the emotional tour is grief. Start to notice how the word feels in your body. Grief. Now, this isn't an emotion that anybody wants to experience, but I believe emotions are like weather. And sometimes the weather pattern changes and there's grief. Allow your hand to go to a place on your body where you feel and sense grief. For me, in this moment, it's in my high heart. Just like joy, give it a color. Grief is simply love with nowhere to go. For me, the grief feels like a murky brown color. It feels dense. What I've learned is that grief, like any other emotion, grief just needs the attention it deserves. So, with grief, I want you to cradle the place you feel it. Just cradle. I want you to imagine you are the nurturing parent to this grief. Ask grief, how much time does it need? And make a sweet promise to grief that I see you and I will not hide you, usher you along, and I will not slap a label of fine on when I am being with you, when I am experiencing this emotion. You see, I believe that we get through things, not over them. And I believe that if we can see our own grief and nurture it, we can find that putting our attention on the grief that we're feeling actually opens us up in our own perfect time to more spaciousness, more life, more can come in because we have given it the attention it deserves. It also makes us more compassionate to others who are experiencing grief. I beg of you to please make a promise to yourself that you will make time for yourself when you are feeling grief. That it deserves your attention. After some emotions on the emotional tour, we're going to shake. I want to thank you for going on this stop. And if you are standing, I'm going to invite you to lift your heels and start to bring in a rumble and a shake, and allow that shake to start to make its way through the whole body. And then sound to the shake. Start again from the bottom, the base, work it up, bring it in, shaking, 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 resets the nervous system. We are inviting the winds of change in, shaking, 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 shaking. Well done. Well done. The next stop on the emotional tour, just hear the word, breathe it in. Anger. There's a lot of shame around this emotion. But anger exists because there's some injustice. So we're going to let shame go because it does not serve. Anger isn't something that I feel you can spiritually bypass. I don't think it's something that you can ignore. Just for a moment, just like the other emotions, feel where you might have that in your body and allow a hand to go there. Give it a color. For me, I feel a tightening in the belly. Wherever you feel it is perfect, it's yours. Yeah. I mentioned that we will need some sound right now, anger. So what I invite you to do, Scott, I have a question right now. Is it possible to unmute everybody?
It gets pretty loud.
Pretty loud, just for a second?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give direction and then we'll go in. For 10 seconds, come on in here, y'all. I gotta see your faces. All right, there you go. There, I see you, yes. 10 seconds. Anybody here ever been angry and held their voice? Yeah, fingers. Anybody? You need, yep, okay, perfect. Here's what we're gonna do, and this is how it goes. There's a person, there's a situation, there's a sound. It doesn't matter, it's all perfect. There's a politician, there's something you need to say something about. We're gonna do it all together, all at once. This is about healing, getting out whatever needs to go. But the way we're gonna do this is 10 seconds, all in, stop, shake. The drums are gonna explode. That's what happens doing this. Is everybody clear? Does that work, Scott?
Yeah, so when I mute everyone again, it means that you and Baba will have to unmute yourselves.
Understood. Okay, so we're gonna do that right now. You're gonna mute, and then Baba, I need you to unmute.
Fuck. You tell me when.
Baba, you're unmuted.
So when I unmute everyone and then mute them again, that's when you'll have to unmute.
Oh, got it. Understood. So 10 seconds on the clock. The person, the sound, whatever needs to come out, anger, get it out, save your life. On the count of 3, we're all going in. 1, 2, 3. Racism! We shake. Shake, 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 shake. Ah. Keep shaking, keep shaking. Beautiful work, so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It feels better to get it out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Feel your feet on the earth. Spread your toes, feel your foundation, root yourself. Gorgeous. The next stop on the emotional tour, just hear the word, because after you've gotten rid of some grief and some anger, you can actually tap into a little bit of lust. So we're gonna just imagine, just for a moment, I'm gonna tilt this so I can back up. I want you to create a little space between your knees, plant your feet on the floor. I want you to imagine that there's a smorgasbord laid out around you, all the things you desire, the places you want to live, the kind of abundance you want, the kind of health you want, the kind of clothes you want to wear, the lover you want to wake up next to. For me, I want to wake up in Kauai on a mountaintop in the early part of the year when the whale are cresting. Be very specific with what you desire. And I want you to allow your hands to just smear over these things, claiming them as your own, as your birthright. I want you to allow your hands to do like a little finger paint in them. Allow your hands to swim in desire. If all you had to do to receive your desires was breathe them in, how might you inhale that table? What kind of deep breath would you take in? If you had to do a dance of seduction to magnetize your desires toward you, how might you move your body? This is one of those emotions that we are not going to shake off. I want you to always be in this receiving mode. The next stop on the emotional tour, I love seeing your body move in this yummy, seductive way. It's beautiful. The next stop on the emotional tour, just hear the word and notice what happens in your body. Breathe it in. The next stop is confidence. Where do you feel it in your body? Type it in the chat. Where I feel confidence in my spine. Where might you feel it in your body? Yes, those shoulders, chest, yes. Feet, all belly, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. In your pelvis, in your, yes, that. I want you to start to take confidence for a walk around the room. I want you to just move in your space in confidence. Saying to yourself over and over again, I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. Notice how it starts to move into other parts of your body. I am confident. I want want you to back away from your cameras as far as you can, sight. And I want you to look your confident self towards the camera. I want to see how you move in this confidence. Yes. I want you to put your face right up in that camera and tell someone on screen, I am confident. Look at them in the eye. I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I am confident. Oh, I am confident. Tell someone else, I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. Yes, it feels so good. I want you right now to just, I'm going to give you an assignment. I'm going to give you such an amazing assignment. Just hear my voice. I want you to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze confidence into your body, like locking it into. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And now a real monument is about to be built, but this monument needs to let people know, children know for future generations that this is what goodness and confidence looks like. So I want you to breathe yourself into a stance of what confidence looks like in a monument. Make your body big, make it, yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Take up all the space. And if you don't think you got it right, mold yourself into another confident stand. It's like a confident photo shoot. Yes. Okay, I see you. You better work, Katrina. Yes, yes, yes. Confidence looks good and feels good on everyone. And when you're confident, you can see the confidence in another and just say, absolutely, yes, yes. I see you, Thomas. I love it. It is gorgeous. Caitlin, yes. I am loving it, Jasmine. And you know what happens now when you're so right with your joy, your grief, your anger, your lust, your confidence? You know what you get to do? Come on in here. I'm going to tell you something. Come on. You get to flirt. Because flirting is just being so full of yourself that it just kind of spills out a little bit. And anybody who's in your path, well, you can say you're welcome. So I just am loving seeing you. I see you, Randy, your cute self. I'm seeing all of this little flirt. What do you flirt with? Flirting isn't about wanting something for another person. It's just, yeah, you're just spilling out of all of this. Can't contain here. That's it. Yes, Angela, right? I want you to start to move your body. We're going to go into a dance break, but I want you have moved your body. We have completed the emotional tour. I want you to do some kind of movement. If we were in person, we would do a drum circle. Right now, we're going to just work it out. Listen to those drums. Allow them to move your body. Move your body. Integrate it all in. Yes. Move your joy. Move your anger. Move your grief. Move your lust and confidence. Move that flirtatious body of yours, because all of it, every last bit of it is delicious. Yeah. And bring them onto your body. Tapping those fingertips all around your beautiful, beautiful body. Allow it to come into a tap. And then allow that tap to slow down. Allow your hands to find your heart and start to tap heartbeat. Come on, Baba, a little louder. Allow your hands to roam your whole body, pressing heartbeat. The first sound you ever heard. Breathe. Relax your bodies. You are meant to feel and express, to not live emotionally half-assed lives. Don't cheat yourself. It is my desire that you be expressive, be honest with what you're feeling. Trust your body and let it do all that it is meant to do. Use your voice. Trust your intuition, your instinct. And most of all, be emotional. Be too much. Dare to be too much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Baba Don. Thank you, Baba Don. Thank you. Oh, you all look so beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Maria, I see that beautiful hand. I just want to check in. How is everyone? Oh, thank you. I see this chat is alive. Thank you. Scott, you're muted.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sure you were done though.
Oh, I'm so, well, I was just going to check in. We've been on an emotional tour. This is something you can do daily. Just move the emotion. What am I feeling now? And now, and now, and now. And just be with it and notice the ways that conditioning gets us into this narrow way of being and how that feels in your body. The body doesn't lie. It feels constricted. The breath tightens. Can't sleep at night because you didn't say something. It's not working. It's not working. So dare. It's always my desire, I think, if I'd known then what I know now, I would have risked telling my mom I was excited, I was happy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I could dance with you all night.
So good. Yes, yes, that was wonderful.
Does this feel like the landing spot for you, Burnett? I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we are on time. I want to check in.
We have plenty of time if you want. We can also.
Oh, okay.
Totally.
Well, yeah. So what we do is move emotions. There's so many things that I love, you know, doing workshops on shame and grief and things like that, and very strong emotions. I believe there are no good, bad, light or dark emotions, only emotions that need to be fully expressed. So I don't shame emotions, I say have them. You know, as children, we moved about with a freedom. It was because we were shushed or told, not now, or good girls or boys or whatever, don't do that. We learn to be less than emotionally, usually to take care of other people. And they're not doing so well anyway. So, to try not to lose that thing or to try to regain it. I think we all have, many have lost it. I don't like to speak like everyone, but there are a lot of fingers. So, you know, I know it's not just me. Yeah, it's not just me. But what are you feeling right now? Like, what's possible when you express an emotion? I mean, I'd love to hear if if there are questions or shares. Hi, Angela. I see your hand. Angela, did you?
I'm just,
Are you?
it was
Hi.
an amazing process. I think a lot of the, for lack of better terms, like the emotions that generally cause pain or sadness or frustration is up in my throat. And I know that comes from losing my voice in several traumas that I have had. So it was just a joy and a pleasure to be able to share right here in this safe space with everybody, all these beautiful beings, to release that, you know.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times caretakers are told it's not your place to take care of yourself, it's your place to take care of other people. So you don't get to show your emotions. You need to focus on making sure everybody else is okay. And in an odd situation, I was in a relationship and I was telling somebody, I'm afraid to use a certain word with you because I'm wondering how it's going to affect you, but I need you to know how I'm feeling so you know how to treat me. And they said, well, what's the word? And I said, well, I don't trust you in this situation anymore because you've shown with your behavior that you can't be trusted. And they
Angela,
said,
I'm going to ask you, I want you to keep it short, but tell me, can you?
So I'm just wondering, what's the best way that you utilize to show people how to get their voice back and then to speak what they need to show?
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much for your question. I love that question. Love it. When you need to, first of all, you don't always have to practice with the person. So often it's just about the expression of getting it out. And what I would admonish you to do is write it, say it, practice saying it. Notice if you feel better because you just actually uttered the words, because sometimes we're not even saying the word to ourselves. So I like to go to this exercising the muscle. We may not get the full extension to it immediately. You know, your bodybuilders get there slowly. So I just want you to what's one baby step you can do to take care of yourself? Is it making a sound? What does that feeling even feel like in your body? Sometimes it's not even a word that you can articulate. Maybe it's just a sound. I'm forever growling. I just growl. But I would invite you to baby step your way there, and you will know when that has happened. Maybe it's actually speaking to the person. Maybe it's just admitting with someone else other than the person or by yourself, but getting it out. Thank you. Thanks for your question. There are pages and pages here.
You can also have people write into the chat box if you want.
Oh, okay. I'm a little challenge here. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, I love that. Videotape yourself. Yes, by all means. I think that's a fantastic suggestion. Yeah. Baba Don, they are thanking you. They love those drums. Those drums will pull something out of you, let me tell you. People often ask, you know, I could use music, yes, but drums had a way of taking me fully through something. Yeah, and I get a little like entranced by the drums, and it's beautiful, but that allowed me more freedom. So yeah, we do the drums with that. Let's see. Oh, what is the suggestion if we don't have drums? Yeah, everybody. I mean, there's a drumming playlist you can use. You can find some drums. You know, there won't be live drums, but even beating on something, finding something that you can. Yes, you know. Let's do something. We're going to do something in closing. When we're ready to close, we're going to take heartbeat and start to move it around. And I'm going to show you. We'll play with a way of moving the drums. We're going to do that in a minute. Yeah, I'll close with that. I'm going to come back to that if you don't have drums. Yes. Okay, Nancy Jo Cordillo. I hope I pronounced that right. Hi.
Hi there. I just want to really thank you for that. I found it really validating. I went through a period of my life, I'm a dance movement therapist and all of that, but I went through a period of my life where I felt like a real therapist is earthy, soothing, talks like this, come in. Yeah, I mean, I really, really suffered over this, really doubted my essence. I'm a Jersey girl. I know yeah. The as well. I don't know if my Italian family or what, but we're very expressive Latin women. And I really feel it's a part of our diversity, and I'm teaching now. And so I can allow I allow a lot more of myself out, but I still find in academic meetings, division meetings, I say something and I'm like, oh my God, too much. I was too much, too fast. Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. And I feel like it's a part of our diversity that sometimes gets overlooked, and we put in these boxes that if you're really going to be a healer or you're really going to do this, it can really be exhausting. So I just feel I loved that. I just needed. And I want to thank you. Your smile. I'm going to take all of you with me, and I'm going to store it somewhere in my body. And I'm going to do it if you dare dance whenever.
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so good.
Brenda, I have to say, you know, one of the things in the world of psychology and why.
Okay, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. You were saying?
Come underneath me, it's fine. What I was saying is, like, what I appreciate.
Oh no, Baba, I was fine. Go ahead.
What I appreciate so much is you know, the exploration of feelings. We talk about it in the realm of, you know, psychotherapy, and in dance therapy there's more permissions, and in movement therapy there's more permissions. But you know, just this beautiful reminder of the therapeutic process is the embodied process.
Yes.
And sitting on a couch won't necessarily get us there. You know, I was the only dancer in my graduate program, and I would get up in the middle of classes and I would move, and I just so appreciate, and it's such a strange thing for sometimes, for especially traditional therapists, to be like, we gotta move.
Gotta move.
Everything healthy is in motion.
What I noticed for me, and this is what I take into the practice, that I'm so grateful for all the therapies I've had and you know, received. And there just came a point for me when I needed, and the way I worded it is, I needed to heal on a primal level. I needed to bend my knees. I wanted to growl and let out some sound. Personally, I couldn't regurgitate my story one more time. I was ready to get primal with that shit. So that's what I did. And I noticed that I felt better. Like I wasn't trying to contain or find the right words. It wasn't a word, it was a growl. I needed that. And I noticed I felt free. Yes, I see you, Jenny. Yes, it was a growl. Yes. And I felt better. And I thought, wait a minute, there's something to this. Because I mean, literally, I felt lighter. It makes a lot of sense when we look at how indigenous cultures moved. They moved grief. They moved when there was time for movement. They did this. They integrated it in, and that's why it just made sense to me. And I mean, I know it would catch on, and you know, folks kept wanting to call it dance. And I'm like, I don't do dance. I do emotional release work set to African drums. What to do if you don't have the drums? Do the emotional release work without the drums. Just, you know, you can do this. The drums are what I use. And it works, but you got furniture, you got a floor, you got some earth, you got some walls. You can make some drum sounds. You're good. Yes. And this, you know, it's so nice doing this. What I've learned over the last few months, I mean, all my work was done in person, and then it shifted. It had to be done this way. And I thought, you know, we're going to figure this out. We're going to bring the drums online so folks can get healing that they need, that they can make more space in their bodies by going to this emotional gym. Yeah. And you know what's so great for me? Can you find drumming on YouTube? Absolutely. You can find drumming. You can find drumming on YouTube. I have some drumming playlists that I use. I have them on Spotify, and if you reach out to me personally, or perhaps I'll share the playlist by all means. Yes. Yes. Coming close to the camera. Yeah, that's something that's really important, I think, when we are meeting virtually. And I like to get up in there. I mean, seriously, it's a way of connecting and seeing. I mean, now, come on, look at Anna Kendall. I connect with her. I just see these beautiful humans here. And I mean, come on, Susanna, seriously, I want to, which she, her, awesome. Yes, exactly. Get up in there. We got to get as close as we can. Some of y'all are across the world. Human connection is so needed. And yes, I will be too much with it because you know what? I've been the other thing. It didn't work. It didn't even feel good. It didn't look good. I'm not spending the rest of my time here like that. Is there something we need to be trained in, or you can incorporate? Well, yes, I do offer trainings, and the next training is in September. There are two and a half day trainings, and all that information is available on the Emotional Institute on the website. Yeah. No more being small for others. It doesn't work. And you know what happens when you be small for others? You start to resent them. So it's not working. Just doesn't work. Doesn't work. So what I'm going to invite you to do as we get ready to close, I am grateful for this time to be here. I am grateful for your too much. I love that you brought that. It's so good. What I want you to do is allow your hands to slowly find your heart. I want you to allow them, like take the scenic route to finding your heart. I'm going to start up through my coils and my hair. I want you to take the scenic route you get a hand that lands there on your heart. I want you to start to beat out heartbeat. We're going to hear it. Yes. Yes. Allow your hands to start to roam your body, heartbeat. Like sealing in juiciness, goodness, sealing in worth and value, rightness, sealing in play and joy, There is no judgment. There's no room for it. Allow your feet to start to drum heartbeat. Allow your hands to tap out heartbeat on the chair or bed or sofa, floor you're working on, sitting on. The table that's near you, the chair, the lamp. Start to bring yourself to standing. And begin to tap the air around you, heartbeat. Allow those hands to come back onto your body, top of your head, your neck, your face. Your throat and shoulders, arms. Tap your elbows. Bring those hands onto your belly, reaching around to your back, your hips, your ass, your sex, thighs. If it's comfortable for you, make your way to your knees. The backs of your knees. If it's not comfortable for you there, don't do it. Your shins and calves. Ankles. Tops of your feet. Start to beat the earth. Everything around you is alive. Begin to fill it with your energy, your essence, your feelings, moods, and emotions. Be too much in everything you do. You'll feel better for it. And when you forget, I invite you to find your heartbeat. Start to beat life into everything in your touch. Everything in your reach. We're going to go out right now, but we're going to go out with this little song, little fun thing I like to do. We started off with the emotion of joy. I'm about to do it again, Scott. I want you to say over and over this mantra, making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the mantra is joy is my birthright. Come on with me. Joy is my birthright. Yes. Joy is my birthright. Unmute these people. Joy is my birthright. Yes. Joy is my birthright.
It's my birthright.
My birthright.
It's my birthright.
It's my birthright.
Just unmute yourself, Bernadette and Baba.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was fun.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Bernadette Pleasant. Thank you, Baba Don. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Such a joy to have you. Oh my goodness. And thank you everyone for coming on, joining us, hanging out, moving through things. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. So other than that, I will turn it back to Bernadette for a final golden nugget, as though you didn't give us 1,000 gold nuggets already. I don't even know. But
I
maybe
want to thank you for this, the Embodied Psychology Summit. What a fantastic platform to be on. What an honor to be here. And thank you for including this kind of movement in it, because it's needed, and hell, I feel better, so I know it's working out there. And it's great to see so many moving with us. This was a fun community to move with. I want to thank you all. I want you to, my contact information, please reach out. I'm here for it. Hear those drums in your mind's eye. Stretch, stretch. Sometimes that stretch is a whisper, a thought, a sound, a word. Do it with some movement. Let it be complete, let it be thorough. I would love to treat the emotions like weather. Weather pattern changes. It's never one way all the time. Treat your emotions just like that. Don't shame them. Just prepare, like the forecast is rain today. So we get our boots, umbrella. Forecast is sun. You do what's necessary to take care of your body. Be emotional. Dare being too much. Thank you.